guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Agents of Marvel and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. After Show. I'm your host, Clement Bryant, here coming to you live from the Stream.TV studios in Hollywood, California. Last night's episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was exciting, mind-blowing, and a couple twists that kind of threw me off the bed, literally. I was in the bed, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
and I fell out of my bed and hit my head.
Him flying off his bed.
It was absolutely insane.
There was some cussing on my part, for sure.
Right. So we got Madison Brunailer with us again today. What's going on, Maddie?
Hey, guys. It's Madison Brunailer, also known as Maddie to the Max. And it is time once again for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm so happy.
And Tatiana Hollander is back.
Hi, it's Tatiana Hollander with the Marvel Report, and I'm here just blissfully shocked by Maddie's beautiful singing. I have nothing else to say.
Wait. What about Clement singing?
Where were you singing, Clement?
Clement was singing before the show in prep.
Well, I wasn't going to tell them that. Tell them what they missed out on. See, he's always just wants you guys to know that you're not in on the joke. That's okay, Clement. That's okay.
Hey, anyways.
We are a family here. No shade. Shade-free.
Shade-free. Anyways, guys, use the hashtag Agents of Marvel on Twitter and comment in the YouTube sheet. We want to hear what you're saying, particularly about last night's episode. So without further ado, let's get into it because we got some funky crap to go on to.
Oh, all right.
So,
let's do it. Let's get funky.
All right. So first things first. We finally got to see how May was captured.
Yes.
That was pretty intense how they started that episode because it was just like, boom, 5 days ago.
Oh, yeah. I was so glad they did that because I feel like we were left wondering, like, how long has May not been May? You know?
That was the very important thing for me. I was like, okay, so when did we switch? Okay, so it was after the opening the bottle thing where we got our hopes up, and then it was immediately switched with a fake Melinda. Oh,
yeah, so it was good though because it also gives you an impression of just how much time has passed in the last few episodes, right? It's really, last two episodes have only been a week.
Yeah. So she hasn't actually been a robot for, well, it's been a week. And it's like, okay, good.
And the process that Aida used to kind of like take her memories and put it into the LMD bot, I was like, oh, that's a messed up.
Yeah, and how it kind of did it seamlessly, how she just didn't even know. It was like, oh, so that's how you were able to pull the wig over the May's
Where's the neural
eyes?
device? And I'm like, literally just like saw that. It's like, oh, it's right here. I'm like,
And it's heartbreaking too because LMD May really thinks she's May. You know, so for her to find out that she's not is just. Oh, that's like your entire reality is fractured, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that a little bit later because I gotta say, I love Ming-Na, but she brought it to a new game. She usually with May, she's very action oriented.
Yeah.
She's very kind of like heavy faced, doesn't really let anybody beneath her exterior.
So the
but
emotion.
you saw even her being an LMD, you saw parts of a little bit of emotion.
The intricate minutia of how her mind works, you see it and you see the agony she is going through. It's like,
And I like that you just used the word minutia. Guardians of the Galaxy reference.
Yes.
Let's get it.
Oh, really? Right. The word minutia is a Guardians of the Galaxy
we
reference
need to
now?
know the minutia of the plan. Yes.
All the Marvel all the time.
All damn right.
But not only do we get to see new parts of May open up because it's like LMD May attacks her own personality from a different angle, I guess. But of course, we also literally got to see her doing a whole lot of attacking this episode.
Right.
Yes.
So it was funky.
Yeah.
A lot.
I love how she was constantly outdoing the program. They were like, we can't keep up with you. You're too good at this.
Yeah.
Right.
But I was like, that's May, because she's awesome.
And even though last episode they had told us they were going to do that because they were like, oh, don't, the relaxing isn't good, so we're going to have to make her fight. I forgot that as I was watching. So I really thought maybe she was escaping for like half a second. And I was like, nope.
Yeah, there was
just a program.
There was definitely a point in my notes where I was like, okay, is this really happening or is this just in her head? Yeah. No, this is definitely in her head. Yeah, it's in her head. I knew it.
Yeah, funky, so good. So we're gonna get back to more of Ming-Na's performance, but I gotta say about this. Between former Coulson before he died in the Avengers to how now, he is throwing a lot of shade these days.
Oh yeah.
Coulson is throwing so much shade, guys. Like, okay, people at the audience, people at home. Isn't Coulson throwing so much shade?
Oh, yeah.
Comment in the YouTube stream because Clement wants to hear what you're thinking.
He's getting snarkier and snarkier.
I think well, first of all, you hang out with enough superheroes, you got to get some sass level going on there. I mean, seriously, you hang out with Tony enough, you get some sass.
Oh, he was like, Talbot was talking about, being secret and not approving the plan. He's like, oh, like basically taking a person and giving him superpowers and not telling him anybody. I'm like, oh, Coulson. I was like, yes.
Yes.
Like serving up. He was like, I was like, okay. Would you like fries with that? Shade. Here you go. Boom. I was like, yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
Shade
That
like
was a
french
good one.
fries.
Yeah. It took me off guard momentarily. I
Hey,
liked
you
it.
see how it's good clever is doing right here.
Yes.
Anyways, but yeah, I love it. And I love how Coulson has such attitude, especially towards Talbot.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
so much,
it's
we're going to
great.
get into a little bit more.
Yeah,
but I was
they
just like,
played off each other really well.
Oh, they
Yeah,
always
they
play
did.
off.
Yeah.
The chemistry just between the two actors is really good. Like the constant tension there of these two really heavy hitter actors
Right.
going up against each other. It's like I just want to
Yeah,
see
and they
them.
could have a little fun.
Yeah, like
Little
I
bit.
want. You know what? I really want to see. I want to see an episode where it's just the two of them stuck in like they have to survive by helping each other kind of thing. It's like the amount of shade that would be thrown in that episode would be glorious. That would be a fun episode.
you know what I want to see? Let's come out of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. world a little bit. I want to see Coulson, Star-Lord, Iron Man, and Doctor Strange and
my-
Infinity
There would
War
be
going
so
back
much
to
shit.
back.
There would be no more
back
sun.
to
Oh
back.
my God. Black out the
They
sun.
would
It
be
would be
going.
that is what
There
would
would be
happen.
so much sass.
It would
The
just
sass
be
level would be through the roof.
So good.
But you gotta have like at least one cuddly bear character with them who like doesn't understand what's going on.
Groot.
You know?
Yes,
yeah, Groot.
Groot. Let's do Groot. Yes.
I am Groot. I am Groot. No.
Groot.
And then he would go, "We are Groot. We are Groot. Don't fight."
Don't come and cry, Tatiana. All there. Anyways, we got to get back to it. So
Yes.
one thing that they're hitting really hard after coming back from the break is Belinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
episode was really heavy on Belinda, guys.
Yeah.
Like when Coulson was like, me and May, it's not like that.
Yeah,
And it was
whenever
just
someone
like,
says
yeah.
it's not like that,
Yeah.
it's because it's like that.
Not just from Phil, but also May was also getting told, your thing with, Phil. And it's like, wait, it's not like that. Yeah, you both get told that this episode. And I'm like, first of all, I'm like,
I love that Yo-Yo got to be like, I don't even need a file on YouTube.
It's like, I don't even need a file. And she just came. And we're going to get into it.
But with May, it was like, dude, stop encouraging this false ship. This is not May.
But
Don't
the good
do
thing
that.
is that even though they're only just now making it, like, vocalizing it,
Yeah.
we've always seen it.
Oh,
It's been there
it's
from day
always
one.
been there.
It's
been
not
the mom
like
and dad.
Yeah, definitely mom and dad. But
yeah.
it's not just like when other shows where they start a ship mid-show
Right.
and
Yeah.
suddenly out of nowhere people are like, "Oh, I know the way you two are together." And like, no, they're not.
Yeah.
I have watched every episode, but this time you're like, yes,
Yes.
I mean,
100%.
it's
always.
Finally
different.
seeing
It's
it.
different to getting out of the Marvel world. I know you're a West Allen fan.
Yeah.
So it's different from like, okay, West Allen, because even when you know the comics of the Flash, you're like, okay, that's gonna happen one day.
Right.
West Allen.
Yeah.
But here, there's something ingrained about May and Coulson.
Well, she
Like, you
when
can
we
see it from
first
the
got
first
the
episode.
show. Yeah, when we
Right.
first got the show, we have Coulson. We introduced Coulson again. It's like, hey, he's alive. Yay! The very next person that we see is May.
Right.
That is literally how it was set up. It is
Right.
set up Coulson,
May.
right there.
But also back then, like you saw it, but also they were like the parents of the bus.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But
They were always
so
the
it
mom
was
and dad.
like, okay, Coulson's father, May's mother.
Yeah.
You know,
Sometimes
Ward
reverse.
was
I
like older brother.
momentarily,
Yeah.
I did legitimately believe that they could be Daisy's parents for like 3 seconds. I was like, are they really Daisy's parents and they don't realize it?
That would have been so cool.
I'm just
they
saying.
should have done that
I'm
missed
just saying.
opportunity.
Okay, Tatiana Hollander.
Yes.
Let's
Hire
get
me
it.
next time.
That
guys.
was
All right.
so good.
That
I
was
love
really good. All right.
So good.
Back to the
I wanted
episode.
that.
Back to what the mission at hand, if you will. So Daisy stole $7 million, and Nadir cornered her in that hearing, guys.
Yeah.
I'm confused though. She stole $7 million.
She stole
so
$7 million.
She went in there, like they went in there to get Nadir.
Yeah.
And so, but
Right.
why would they do that when that was like the mark against them? It's like,
Right.
so.
Wait, how is this coming up just
exactly,
now?
like how are you guys, you're not fighting from a very good position right
Yeah,
now.
you didn't
Right.
come in covering all your bases
Yeah,
yet. You guys, you should have come in with a
But they
cover
might have,
story already.
I guess it might have gone well. And Daisy was really holding her own.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Until Yo-Yo and
Coulson,
Until Yo-Yo
Yeah.
Coulson got
But
caught.
I seriously expected her brother, Nadir's brother, to walk in and be like, you just tried to kill me? I'm gonna wreck your
Well,
face.
Daisy did something like that. She's also throwing shade. She was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
there are brothers.
Yeah.
You know, don't you have a brother? It was like, ooh.
That was a great moment.
I was like,
And just the face of both of them where she was like, I know, and I know you know, and I know that you know I know.
When she said that, I was about to go and I was about to go full John Cena mode. I was like, oh, you can't see Quake. You can't see Quake. So
yeah,
good.
and I wasn't surprised that VJ didn't show up yet, because I feel like he's going to be like the third pod, right?
I feel like he's going to be very big.
Yeah.
Like, I keep on, I know the Inhumans thing isn't a spinoff of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right.
But I feel like
you've got to prepare the audience in
Exactly.
some way.
Yeah, he's going to be some big thing.
It's going to be big.
Yeah, they're definitely building up to that.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. I still think he's going to be Triton. I have a gut that he might.
Well, I think it would be
some
cool
sort of
to make him a big character on Inhumans. So.
Right.
Because I feel like his story can't possibly be explored that well on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We already have
so many
a
characters.
resident Inhuman.
Yeah.
And
Like, there's other Inhumans. Like, there was one guy, I think a couple of weeks ago when he was first introduced in the Cocoon, someone said he was going to be the Inhuman Grid.
Oh.
Now, I'm not familiar with Grid, but from what I've seen of his power base, that could be awesome.
Okay.
That could be something interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah.
Let's keep going because we got some more funky stuff to get over.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
So Coulson and Talbot are always at odds, and they were here again.
Yeah, I love that. First of all, I don't want them to change that dynamic
Right.
because it's such a good dynamic to always have somebody standing there in front of Coulson going, no, you're doing this wrong. And Coulson like, excuse me, yes, I'm doing this right. And it's just fun to always kind of have that conflict.
And now that Coulson sort of got one up on Mace, Talbot's filling in the position, right?
Really.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is Mace was trying to play peacekeeper between the both of them.
I know. Yeah, that was really fun, like having him literally in the middle of the shot and being like,
guys, we're not going here.
Yeah.
He was like, and then he got on Talbot.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
That's technically his superior.
Yes.
I was like,
that shows you how he's growing.
Yeah.
A little bit.
We're starting to trust him a little bit more.
I gotta say, he's been a little emasculated since he came out, since the whole
Patriot
Patriot thing came out.
I always knew he was on the right side of history.
Liar.
I did too.
Liar.
Y'all would hate on him, and I'd be like, no, I like him still. It's true. No, but speaking of Talbot.
Where's our touchscreen so we can pull up past episodes of Asian Marvel and see
how much I like
Tatiana?
Mace. Yes,
Hey,
yes, you will find that.
Wait, hey, I need a touchscreen so I can see this. Wait, I need a touchscreen on the table so I can see. Oh wait, Tatiana
I did like how affronted Talbot was at the idea of being the League.
Yeah.
You know, could be like, I do everything for S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, I invented you.
Yeah.
You know, like,
he was like, it wasn't for me. S.H.I.E.L.D. wouldn't be back. I was like,
yeah. Like if he had been the League, he wouldn't have been caught off guard like he was in the hearing.
Right.
He would have already had something prepared so that he still looked good.
Exactly.
But he was totally caught off guard, and he would not have let himself look bad in that situation.
So let me ask this before we get to the next bullet point. Who do you think the leak is?
Well, it's Radcliffe.
No.
You don't think it's Radcliffe?
I totally thought it was
Radcliffe is different.
Okay.
I feel like.
You think there's another character that's a League?
I think there's another character.
No,
that's a
because
leak.
he said when he was talking at the very end, he was like, and that's when I called you up to let you know,
Oh.
all this stuff. So yeah, it is Radcliffe.
See, I didn't see that.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Maddie.
You're
I was
welcome.
like,
Hey, power
Yes.
is off balance at the Agents of Marvel table. That is not
Yes.
cool.
Yes. That is what happened. I watched the entire episode, so you know.
Okay, I'm getting out of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reference and going to How I Met Your Mother. Madison, right here.
Oh my God.
Tatiana, right here. Okay,
Yes.
none of this. Okay, none of this.
I was just wondering.
It was really fun though because throughout the episode, as soon as he mentioned, oh yeah, we have another LMD in there, it's like, so throughout the entire thing, people were saying things like, this isn't like you. What is it like underneath?
That was ridiculous.
I was like, guys.
Oh yeah,
okay.
like when Simmons was like, I'm gonna leave you while you're processing.
Yeah.
Let's leave that because that's one of our bullet points for
yes.
tonight.
Okay.
So we're gonna get a little funky right here. Mac and Aaliyah taking that elixir to the next level, guys.
Finally.
I was like,
love them so much.
ooh.
I know they work so good together.
Like literally when they had the camera shot behind the brunette, I was like, is that Simmons?
What's
I was like,
happening?
what is going on? I was like, yo, what is this going on?
It was really nice to see that.
Yeah, it was nice. And I was like,
Because a lot of like quote unquote side characters don't get to like live out their lives as much because it's an ensemble.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So it's nice to see a little bit of their domesticity.
Yeah, so it was really nice to see that, and the conversation that they then had about Mac's backstory. Oh my God, the acting in that scene was so on point. Like I started tearing up. I was like, Mac's making me cry.
Yeah.
Mac's making me cry.
But like even before that,
that's gonna be the bullet point next at the end.
But even before that, just seeing how like Yo-Yo was having trouble like deciding how to confront him or approach him about where he's going because it's just like I guess they're both not used to it,
Yeah.
Let's hold that. I want to talk about how the interplay between Natalia, which is the actress name, and Henry is really good.
Yes.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Like he's like, "Oh, you're Turtle Man." He's like, "What?" He's like, "No, not that. You're Turtle Man." "Oh, we can come up with a nickname for it." He's like, "No, I'm okay." And I was just like, just that
So good.
perfect banter between each other
Yes.
is really good and really nuanced.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, though, I noticed something in the dialogue, which, because you brought up West Allen earlier, and West Allen did this too. And what's with this? Do boys really do this? They both times, the girl is talking about how attractive the guy is, and then the guy's like, "You're not so bad yourself." I'm like, what is this? Respect your ladies and tell them how beautiful they are all the time.
I do that all the time.
You're like, "You're not so bad yourself."
No.
That's what you do?
I tell my girl
No,
that
that's
she's
what I'm
beautiful
saying.
all
Like,
the
that's
time.
what it should be.
I never do. I never do that. I'm like, no, I'm freaking
Never
ugly.
respond with
I'm
"You're
freaking
not so
ugly.
bad yourself."
Be like, you are gorgeous. I love you. You outshine me like the sun.
Time out. Why are we getting into relationship stuff on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Because
after
that's
show?
what was happening to them. I'm just letting you guys know that Mac can get away with it. Barry can maybe get away with it. You guys can't get away with it.
No, don't do that.
Don't
Okay.
do it.
I'm gonna say this at all the time. Matt can get away with whatever he wants. Okay.
Yes.
That's the last and only time.
But I love that her response, though. She was like, "I'm a knockout.
Yes.
Don't tell me that I'm not that bad."
Yeah, I was like, thank you. Go yo-yo.
She'd be like, "Someone else can go tell me just how not bad I am."
Yeah.
Someone was at the Women's March last week. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sure, I was.
No, I'm talking about Yo-Yo.
Oh,
Yes,
she
really.
was there with me. We were hanging out together.
In spirit.
In spirit.
Anyways.
Yes.
So, one of the big things about this episode, it was like a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Framework was actually what was being used to keep Mesa dated. That was cool.
Yeah.
And it felt like once you saw how everything worked, I was like, it's one big freaking video game. Like literally.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's one big video game. She's like, "Hi, Agent May," when she was like, I was like, "Yeah, Agent May, kick her off the roof," and then you just see like,
Right behind her.
what's going on?
You've reached the final level.
Oh.
Back to square one for you.
This is like, oh, that is messed up.
I mean, at least Radcliffe had some fun creating it, even
Yeah,
though it
a
was
little
for
bit.
an evil purpose.
I was like, wow. I was like, that is some next level diabolical
Yeah,
thinking.
that's like what is it? The one where he goes to Mars.
The one where he goes
No, sorry,
to
I
Mars.
don't
What
know.
you talking about?
The movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger where he goes to Mars.
Are we thinking Total Recall?
Yeah, Total Recall. Thank you. Yeah, it's like Total Recall level stuff. I could not find that name to save my life right there. So thank you for saving my life.
I would have come up with Scrotal Recall before I came up with Total Recall. Anyway.
Back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ladies and
Back to
gentlemen.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Anyways, yeah, like we were talking about earlier, Ming-Na Wen brought it to a new level.
Yes.
Like, she's always been good. She's
Yeah.
always been great. But this time, I was like, when she was actually going through the layers, she's like, this is how I feel. This is what's going on.
Yeah.
I literally was just like, oh, man. This is getting me a little bit in the heartstrings right
Really?
now.
Like,
Yeah.
always?
I really responded really well to it.
Yeah.
Even so much, my girlfriend, who is not a Marvel fan,
Yeah.
Oh,
she
really?
doesn't know anything about comic books. She doesn't know anything about that lore. She's like, who is this lady? I was like, oh, wait, that's Ming-Na Wen. And
Yeah.
she's like, oh, was that so-and-so? I was like, yeah, that's Mulan. She's like,
Yes.
yeah, I love
Yes.
it.
No, she's really brought such
Yeah.
depth to the role, even when it's been written as like not that May is underwritten, but she's written as a stoic character,
Yes.
you know?
Right.
And it could easily get stagnant in the hands of a less talented performer.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So
But
she's always keeping
Agreed.
it fresh. And the scene where she was gonna take the thing and hit Radcliffe over the head with it, and then
And
she
she was just like, she couldn't.
oh, the
And you saw it,
acting,
right.
the struggle that was happening inside her. It was like, oh.
And you saw his face. He's like, it's programming. I can't do it. I was like,
like,
"Ooh!"
I don't wanna.
I was like, you bastard.
And it's so sad because I liked Radcliffe at the start of the
I
season.
love
I thought he
Radcliffe.
was going to accidentally stumble into a robot's destroying humans
Right.
scenario, and instead he's engineering.
And
it.
he's
I'm
engineering the
just-
whole thing. But
Radcliffe, I liked you, man.
Right?
I
But
the
really
interesting
liked.
is
We
he's
were all
still-
rooting for
Exactly.
you.
We are all Tyra
rooting for
Banks.
you.
We are all Tyra Banks and Top Model.
We were rooting for you. We were there for you.
Pause. What is all of this?
Tyra Banks in America's Next Top
This.
Model is how we feel about
Okay,
Radcliffe.
Clement is
Yes.
aware of Tyra Banks, the next top model. Thank you very much. I was rooting for you. Okay, I'm aware. Anyways, we gotta get
down,
back to
Tiffany.
S.H.I.E.L.D. The one thing that I responded to with Radcliffe, even though he's a diabolical bastard, he still maintains a little bit of humanity, especially when Aida went off the deep and was like, "Why don't we just kill May?"
Right.
And
he was like, "We're
he's not
murderers."
just straight up evil. He has an agenda, but he clearly still cares for Fitz.
Right.
And it's still clearly he's having a struggle here, but the Darkhold has a hold of him.
And Fitz got him. Fitz got him.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not obsessed. It's an investigation. I was like,
I was
Fitz, man.
I was so glad to see that. Like, it would have
Yes.
been nice to know a little bit, for him to not have kept it a secret so much.
Yes.
Right.
But I called it last
yeah.
week. I was like, Gemma's gonna find out in the next episode. Gemma's so funny. Oh, look, she found out.
And I'm glad it didn't lead to like a big blowout. It was just like, he was like, no, it's an investigation, and then let me show you how.
Yeah, like I do
it.
still think that there's gonna be like a scene where Gemma's like, well, you still did lie to me, and Fitz is gonna be like, I tried to bring you into this, you didn't want to be a part of it, and there's gonna be a little tension there, but in the end, they're gonna make it perfect because Fitzsimmons are perfect.
Can we just give a clap for Fitz real quick, please?
Yes, Fitz.
Yeah.
I did not expect him to do it, even though I was like, okay, Radcliffe has to be the LMD, but I still wasn't expecting him to just.
We're gonna get back to Mr. Fitz in a little bit.
Yes.
But I'm also Henry bought it. Henry Simmons brought it to a whole new level.
Yes.
At the end
so
of this episode,
good.
with us finally getting to know a little bit more about, we know he's a mechanic. We know he's a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. We know he's a general badass.
Yeah.
But you saw him. You saw layers, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I was like, I haven't seen this, and we finally get to see. Okay, where does Matt come from? Other than his brother, which was a great episode from last season.
Yeah.
You have to see the layers behind him.
Yeah.
He has an ex.
Yeah.
And one of his daughters. And I was like, ooh, that's hard.
Yeah, like I said, that scene got me tearing up. Like
Same.
I watch stuff and I watch stuff while doing other things at the
Yeah.
same time. But like when that scene came on, I was just kind of like, oh.
You had to pay attention.
I was paying attention, and then I started crying. I'm like, the feels. I can't. This is
And
so
the
good.
whole scene was really, and it was just like, I'm not a jealous woman.
Yeah.
This is not how
I don't want to
respond.
be a cliche.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
I was
like,
just like, and
I
then you
love this
saw-
relationship.
Right.
It's so healthy.
Right, and then you saw right after he said, okay, I had a daughter that died.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, man, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And literally, they just embraced her. I was like, oh.
It was super sweet.
This
so
is how a
good.
relationship should be. Talking to each other. Not
Wait,
lying.
I gotta give a new clap. Henry Simmons.
Yes. Henry Simmons.
Yes. Awesome. Amazing.
Yes.
All right, so we got 2 more bullet points before we wrap up. So, S.H.I.E.L.D. got a fake Radcliffe, the LG of Radcliffe. Like,
Yeah.
That
what?
was the part that got me cussing. Because I was
Yeah,
not see that coming.
I was like, motherfucker.
I was like, like, yes, I was like, oh my gosh, that was
Yeah.
just, oh.
Yeah,
'Cause first, when Fitz started to see it, I was like, what did he see?
Right.
He's getting it. Why is he getting
Why is he getting a gun?
He's gonna shoot him. Wait, no,
He's
because
like,
he's a, oh!
Oh my god, yeah. That was stone cold.
That was
like,
stone
if he had
cold.
been young, he would have regretted that for the rest of
exactly.
his
The
life.
no hesitation that
just
Fitz
didn't
had. He was
hesitate.
like, bam. It was like
he was on his James Bond. I was like, literally. I was like,
man.
what? And he's
Fitz
just like,
is a boss.
he's a badass. I
Oh,
was
I
like,
love it.
Everyone's just leveling up this
Just
season.
leveling up, man.
Simmons had her moment last
Really?
time, and now
Oh.
we've got
like
Fitz.
this.
Yes.
Literally, and it was so good about John Hadd's acting when he was like, I still care about you, Fitz. I still care about you, Fitz.
Yeah.
And he's just like laying on the bed. I was like, John Hadd.
That's how it's
bring
done.
it.
Yeah.
I was like so in.
What I want to know
What?
though, like I want to know Fitz's process there. Like, how did he figure? What did he see that was off that
I don't
tipped him
know.
off? And like,
I
how
went
did
back
you
and watched
know?
it this morning. I was just like,
How? How did you figure that
How?
out?
I mean,
How
if
did
we
you?
had seen more of his process on screen, then we would.
Yeah,
know. I feel like
right.
it was just sort of like,
I feel like if it was an internal
Yeah.
monologue, we would have been
he's
like,
I have a plan. Plan is being executed.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
It was really done. It was really well done.
yes.
I also want to know who is the superior character that we're referring to.
I know. Why is there always like a superior? It's like really like there's always like a higher up.
No, exactly. There's
Yeah.
always someone above
Yeah,
you.
it's
Right.
like there's if you cut off the head, another one grows.
Yep, that's true. Like
Hail
Hydra.
Hydra.
Yes.
Wait, Hail Hydra.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Madison Brunella, bring it in. All right. But yeah, like at the end of the episode, learning that Radcliffe and Nadir are actually working together now brought the storylines together.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now that that's happened, some crap is about to get messed up
Oh,
in the
yeah.
next episode.
Yeah.
One of our favorite characters comes back in the next episode, Koenig played by our.
Oh yes.
I love him.
Yeah.
And Nazmul
Yes.
is back.
It just looks like such a fun episode.
It's gonna be a
really
good
does.
episode.
It's gonna be
So
sort of
I'm
like
looking
levity.
to see how they're gonna do that.
Yes.
Where they're gonna play along with that storyline.
Yes.
In that next episode. All right, so the last part is, now this was really messed up to me.
It was.
Using Val Rain as May's framework
was
at the end
so
of the episode.
painful.
I was like, you mother! I was like,
Yeah.
I was cursing for 5 minutes after the episode, and I was
Yes.
like, what the F? That is messed up.
She is gonna be so pissed when she wakes up. It's like,
And that's but that's
Like,
like definitely a way to keep her out of commission.
Oh,
for a while.
But yeah, but
Absolutely.
even
You're-
I'm like, how do you know about Bahrain in the first place?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what?
I guess
Like,
they were accessing all her memories, right?
Maybe,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like literally, it was like, oh, that's
yeah.
ghastly.
Like, I think my prediction is that when she wakes up, she's gonna be pissed and she's gonna fight, but then she's also gonna be like, I feel kind of healed. Like I
don't know.
I was able to go through that, and it's like something is definitely different now. And then of
yeah.
course there's gonna be trauma on my Felinda ship.
Oh,
because-
but just like when she's calling Andrew to let him know that she
Yeah.
saved the little girl.
Yeah.
I
that was
like,
heartbreaking.
that and Mac
Yeah.
talking
like,
about his
and I
little
gotta
brother
say,
just like crying.
the
Yeah.
Bahrain episode was one of my favorite episodes of S.H.I.E.L.D. ever.
Yeah.
Because that's when I was like, okay, Ming-Na's back. She's bringing it.
Yeah. It was,
But in like, and literally till that day, there's only 2 episodes of S.H.I.E.L.D. that made me bawl. That is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So bringing Bahrain back, I was like, ooh, I want this mother to get executed.
Right?
I do not forgive you
They
no more.
crossed the
Radcliffe.
line.
Like,
That's
that's like
it.
you
Yeah,
don't
that's
cross
like,
the line.
No,
Yeah.
Radcliffe,
Like-
you are officially a bad guy now.
Yeah.
I don't like you
ABC,
no more.
Radcliffe needs to go.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, I think that's going to be the end of the S.H.I.E.L.D. recap for now. Okay, so we got 2 more things. Hero, villain of the week.
Oh.
Well, obviously, mine's a Radcliffe because he's a bad guy now.
Oh, the
Right.
villain.
Like,
okay.
yeah,
All right,
villain,
that's fine.
he bad guy. And May is my hero. Always May.
Oh, I gotta go with May. I feel like, did I say May last time? Because I feel like I'm saying May again.
Yeah.
But this
I'm saying
half
May.
of the season
Yeah.
has just been, so far at least,
Yeah.
so on point for May. You know,
Yeah.
like I really love seeing her step it up as an actress, and then also seeing all these different sides of her, and just watching her go through this trauma.
Right.
And we know she's gonna come out stronger in the end.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Right.
So it just makes it
Absolutely.
hopefully worth it.
I have 2 heroes, Fitz, May.
Yes.
Villain, Nadir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Absolutely.
I got you.
So I think we don't have any questions or anything right now, so I think that's going to be it. So guys, thank you so much for watching the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after show with us, the Agents of Marvel. We're really appreciative of you watching. Guys, make sure that you join in on our group on Facebook, courtesy of Lance Offresser. Great guy. He's helping us out with a lot of our social media for the show. And you're going to have a lot of fun talking about all of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff that's going on, particularly this bastard Radcliffe. That's not our friend May. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it. Coming to you live again from the Stream.TV studios in Hollywood, California. Subscribe to the Stream.TV YouTube channel where you can see all of us and DC Universe shows and more of the 3 of us as well.
Yeah.
So that's going to be it for us tonight. And come back next week where we have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode 12,
Yes.
season 4. Take it easy, guys.
Bye.
Peace.
Out.